The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. Honey never spoils. A flock of crows is called a murder. Bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. Octopuses have 3 hearts. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. The shortest war in history lasted 38 minutes. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. Polar bears have black skin under their fur. The Eiffel Tower can be 15 centimeters taller in summer. A single strand of spaghetti is called a spaghetto. Butterflies taste with their feet. The heart of a shrimp is in its head. Kangaroos can't walk backwards. A group of rhinos is called a crash. Octopuses punch fish out of spite. Scotland has over 400 words for snow. A baby puffin is called a puffling. A group of owls is called a parliament. The unicorn emoji is the only one with a horn. A group of porcupines is called a prickle.
Penguins can jump up to 6 feet in the air. A group of hyenas is called a cackle. The average person walks the equivalent of 3 times around the world in a lifetime. A group of tigers is called a streak. The first computer mouse was made of wood. A group of bats is called a cauldron. The longest tennis match lasted 11 hours and 5 minutes. A group of squirrels is called a scurry. The first known contraceptive was crocodile dung in ancient Egypt. A group of sharks is called a shiver. The average cloud weighs about 1.1 million pounds. A group of zebras is called a dazzle. The first webcam was used to monitor a coffee pot. A group of frogs is called an army. The longest hiccuping spree lasted 68 years. A group of geese on the ground is called a gaggle. The first alarm clock could only ring at 4 a.m. A group of hedgehogs is called an array. The longest recorded flight of a chicken is 13 seconds. A group of wombats is called a wisdom. The first vending machine dispensed holy water. A group of platypuses is called a paddle. The average person spends 6 months of their lifetime waiting on red lights. A group of meerkats is called a mob. The first known use of the word nerd was in a Dr. Seuss book. A group of otters is called a romp. The longest word typed with one hand is stewardesses. A group of ravens is called an unkindness. The first spam email was sent in 197 times. A group of snails is called an escargatoire. The average person laughs 13 times a day. A group of unicorns is called a blessing. The first CD pressed in the US was Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA. A group of peacocks is called an ostentation. The longest wedding veil was longer than 63 football fields. A group of starlings is called a murmuration. A group of jellyfish is called a smack. The average golf ball has 336 dimples. A group of kangaroos is called a troop. The first jigsaw puzzle was created in 1760. A group of rhinos is called a crash. The longest English word is 189,819 letters long. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. The first toilet ever seen on television was on Leave It to Beaver. A group of porcupines is called a prickle. The average person produces enough saliva in a lifetime to fill 2 swimming pools. A group of butterflies is called a kaleidoscope. The first known straws were made by the Sumerians for drinking beer. A group of cobras is called a quiver. The longest noodle ever made is over 10,000 feet long.
The average person has enough iron in their body to make a small nail. A group of meerkats is called a mob. The first known use of the word nerd was in a Dr. Seuss book. The Pacific Ocean covers more than 30% of the Earth's surface. Oh. The human body has enough carbon to make about 9,000 pencils. The first video ever uploaded to YouTube was titled Me at the Zoo. Oh. The world's oldest piece of chewing gum is over 9,000 years old. A flock of larks is called an exultation. The first known use of OMG was in 1917. The human nose can detect over 1 trillion different scents. The first known graffiti dates back to ancient Egypt. A group of pugs is called a grumble. The first known use of the word selfie was in 2002. The human body replaces its skin cells every 27 days. The first known use of the hashtag symbol was in 1676. A group of martins is called a richness. The first known use of the word robot was in 1920. The human tongue has about 10,000 taste buds. The first known use of the word nerd was in 1950. A group of weasels is called a sneak. The first known use of the word emoji was in 1950. A group of weasels is called a sneak. The first known use of the word emoji was in 1956. The first known use of the word blog was in 1999. The human liver can regenerate itself from as little as 25%. The first known use of the word podcast was in 2004. A group of badgers is called a cetet. The first known use of the word spam for email was in 1994. The human body has over 60,000 miles of blood vessels. The first known use of the word tweet for a post was in 2006. A group of mongooses is called a band. The first known use of the word Google as a verb was in 2000. The human brain generates enough electricity to power a small light bulb. The first known use of the word app was in 1985. A group of skunks is called a surfeit. The first known use of the word Wi-Fi was in 1999. The human skeleton replaces itself every 10 years. The first known use of the word Bitcoin was in 2008. A group of stoats is called a caravan. The human body contains enough fat to make 7 bars of soap. The first known use of the word viral for content was in 1989. The first known use of the word fishing was in 1996. The human heart beats over 100,000 times a day. The first known use of the word troll for online behavior was in 1992. A group of raccoons is called a nursery. First known use of the word hashtag was in 2007. The human body has enough sulfur to kill all the fleas on an average dog. The first known use of the word crowdfunding was in 2006. A group of chinchillas is called a herd. The first known use of the word selfie stick was in 2011. The human lungs have a surface area of about 750 square feet. The first known use of the word vlog was in 2002. A group of guinea pigs is called a herd. The first known use of the word ransomware was in 1989. The human body has enough potassium to fire a toy cannon. The first known use of the word cyberbullying was in 1998. The group of hamsters is called a horde. The first known use of the word livestream was in 2000. The human stomach produces a new layer of mucus every 2 weeks. The first known use of the word doxing was in 2001.